Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hops. Today checking out some Czech Pale Lager that I got as a gift from Mess from the Belgiske Hoes. So thanks to Mess for the beers. He actually brought sets of these for the entire Bad Seed team. So thanks a ton, man. Because we just hosted Bad Seed Beer Fest a couple weeks back. Great success. We had one Czech brewery there actually, Pivovar Hostomice, pouring some awesome beer. Dead Fresh 11, which is a fantastic Czech Pale Lager. But Mess had some cans for us from a brewery that I've never heard of that he thought we should check out. That I'm not sure if they started importing them or what, or if it was something he brought home from a trip to the Czech Republic or something, because I know they went there on a company trip not so long ago, I think. But thanks anywho, dude. So we're checking out two beers from Pivovar Hostomice in Hostomice in the Czech Republic, and this is the Sitka Fabián 10 and Dvanaktka Fabián 12. Wow, I butchered that. So a 10 Plato Svedli Lečak and a 12 Plato Svedli Lečak, meaning pale lager. He also provided a 14, which was a Tmavy Lečak, which is a dark lager, so Czech dark lager. But yeah, let's see. So the 10 is only 3.5% alcohol, and the 12 is 4.5. They are both featuring all Czech ingredients and Zatek hops, which I think are Saz hops, as far as I remember. It's been a while since I researched some of the Czech names for some of their ingredients. But I think it was like Czech full malted barley. The 10 was refreshing and light and vibrant and something like that, whereas the 12 should be a bit more malty and balanced. But actually, I think that the 10 looks more malty, interestingly enough. But let's check it out. So, start off with the 10 here. That is a fairly dark Svedli Lečak. Actually, maybe it's because the room is quite dark. Actually, when you pour it out here, it looks a little, or when I just wipe the glass and hold it up to the light, it's a bit more light. But there are a few particles in there floating around. Interesting. At first, thought, because it looks so dark, I was thinking, oh, is this going to be oxidized? But I'm not sure. But with oxidation, you can also get some haze. But hey, it looks like a lager, a pale lager on the darker side. And yeah, it's got a white head. Very beautiful heads on these when they pour it out. Let's check out this one first. Yeah, this smells like the malty one. Sweet bready malt, toasty nuances. Yeah, not a lot of hop character. There's a slight grassy sensation, but mostly I'm getting malt. Bready, husky, grainy, maybe not so much husky, grainy. It's actually not that complex. I said it smells a bit one note. I wonder how fresh it is. I don't know how they do their dates, but it smells like a slightly more robust pale lager, but it's got a good aroma for 3.5%. A lot of malt character. It's like crackery, toasty, bready, sweet cereal grain. Yeah, and then a touch of hops. It does remind me of thinking of commercial examples of Czech pale lager that's not hop centric. It makes me think of like Budějovice a little bit, the Budweiser. But that's also maybe because it's the one I've had the most recent. But also, it was a something with B. Bernard. But that was more hoppy than this, at least on the nose. Well, let's try it. Cheers. Thanks, Mash. It's definitely not oxidized. Wow. I did not expect that level of bitterness coming from the nose. That's definitely much more hop character on the flavor. It's not like it's okay. It tastes much better than the aroma indicated. Very full bodied for 3.5%. Nice longing dry bitter finish. What a weird experience. I was ready to be really disappointed, and then first sip was like, oh, nice. It's definitely more malty than, say, like if we compare to Minohatski, they're 11. I think this one is a bit more robust. It has like that bready, doughy malt flavor, slightly toasted, like a toasted fresh slice of bread in the morning. Like if we're doing the lagers and we're doing the breads for tasting notes, it's something really light, kind of bread, but the toastiness of it makes it robust. Could be just like cheap sandwich bread or like brioche or something like that. That's toasted because it's like, yeah, it feels light but robust at the same time. Let's try and jump over to the 12. So supposedly the more malty of the two, 4.5%. It looks paler, looks more vibrant. It also has a lot of floaties. I don't know why. Unfiltered beer, I guess. Maybe age. Who knows? Whitehead just looks more appetizing, I think. They look so similar on camera. They are more pale in real life. Let's check it out. Yeah, it's got a little bit more vibrancy to it, but it's got a very similar malt character, and I can sense that there is something to this that is more of a dense, kind of robust bread. It's not like that light bread that's toasted. There is something like a darker. We talk about sometimes hazelnut loaves or something like that, or maybe like sourdough or something like that. Just because there's like a tartness to it, I guess, from hops. But it's more robust breadiness, but it's got some more lively vibrancy and citrus, I think. Where this is all malt on the nose, but with a decent amount of hops on the flavor. Here I'm definitely pinpointing like some singiness and some vibrancy, which is nice. Smells good. Citric, grassy, slightly peppery. It smells really enticing the more I smell it. Let's try it. Cheers. That's really nicely drinking. Really refreshing. Wow, that's interesting. It's totally throwing me for a loop because the aroma indicates something else. It's definitely more of a malt forward beer on the flavor, as they say themselves from the brewery. They say this is a more malty balanced beer. For sure, like quite creamy too. Really good mouthfeel, very velvety. And think like this more robust bread. Also, like maybe not as toasty, but like freshly baked or something like that. It has like some freshness to the breadiness and the maltiness, and it's slightly peppery there on the aftertaste. The hint is like there was on the nose a decent amount of like citrus and grass. Flavor not as much. I think so far it's throwing me for a loop a lot just because I'm expecting different things from aromas. More dry, more bitter, this one. This is a tad sweeter too. Yeah, just a little bit. Actually, it's also fairly bitter. Second sip, I'm not sure if that's residuals from that gulp. But what they really nail is like they are pale beers and they drink like pale beers, but they feel robust because of the malt backbone. So the combination of malts in there are dead on. Like it's not like there's too much of like a darker. I'm not sure if they'd use Munich malt in Czech Republic, or they probably have an equivalent. But it's like that, and sometimes it's also just one malt and it's decoction mashing that's doing the trick. But it's like you get a lot of malt complexity without it being cloying and too much, and that's a hard line to walk. Like I feel like with these pale beers, this is how you do complex malt backbones with loads of all the bready, grainy nuances. Even like a touch of honey to this one, honey malt, honey nut Cheerios. But that's how you do it, I think, because some people like you can. I think you can get too much, like one type of like in a pale like pilsner type beer. You can try to build complex malt flavor, but you go a bit overboard with like melanoidin and maybe a touch of Munich and you build with all these flavors. Try to keep it pale, And then there's like a tipping point where it's like it starts to become like buck-like in the malt profile, and I think that becomes too much. Then because it becomes buck-like, you start to lose the refreshing brightness of like Pilsner beer or pale lager beer. And these nail that because they have complex malt backbones without tipping the scale, which is really impressive. Really well made, really balanced, yet pronounced flavor profiles on these. I think I'm gonna go straight 90 for both. Really good lagers. Nothing that was really blowing my mind. I don't think it's like world class top tier, but I think it's because I like the lager to be a bit more hop centric, personally. But that's a personal thing, so that's how it is. In terms of craftsmanship, these are really well done. They're not like sweet, buttery as something people talk about with Czech Pilsners. They don't necessarily have to be like that. Yeah, get these in either 0.5 centiliter, 0.7, 0.5 half a liter, 75 centiliters, 1 liter, 20, 30, or 50 liter kegs. I like how that's on the side there. But yeah, very nice stuff. Desitka 10 and Dvanakta 12, 90. Very good. Looking forward to be trying the dark lager. See how that is. Thanks a ton for the beer smash. If you guys had a chance to try these bad boys from Pivovar Hostomice in the Czech Republic, let me know what you thought of them. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I almost like cheers in both because I can't decide which one's my favorite. And see you guys in another beer review.